लाइव आना बहुत मुश्किल होता है, क्योंकि लाइव आके जब आप बातें करते हो तो यू डोंट हैव टाइम टू एडिट, इवन दो आई एम नॉट गुड इन एडिटिंग, बट लेकिन आपके साथ टाइम नहीं होता एडिट करने के लिए, जिसकी वजह से whatever you talk, right, it just goes straight. जो इम्पोर्टेंट बात मुझे कहनी थी, जो बहुत ज़रूरी है, वो ये है कि there is a news right in front of me, and the news is the former head of Israel military intelligence who resigned last year for failing to prevent the 7 October attack has said Palestinians need to face a Nakba every now and then, and that the spiraling death toll and other is necessary and will serve as a message for future generation. यानी आप देख ले, हमारे साथ इतना टाइम नहीं है कि हम पैलेस्टाइन के बारे में बात कर सके, क्योंकि हम बिजी है, आई डोंट नो किस चीज़ में बिजी है, लेकिन हम बिजी होते हैं और इट्स नेचुरल, बिजी होते हैं तो बिजी होते हैं, क्या करें यार. Anyway, according to audio recording broadcast on Alpan Shishi, a TV program which aired on Israel's Channel 12 on Friday, retired General Harun Haliva said that 50 Palestinians should die for every victim of the 7 October attack on southern Israel. कितने Palestinian? 50 Palestinians should die. यानी आप सोच लें, it's crazy, right? वो क्या कहता है there is no choice, they need a Nakba every now and then to feel the consequences, Haliva said, referring to the ethnic cleansing of Palestine by Zionist militia to make way for the creation of Israel in 1948. I'm not saying this out of revenge, but as a message of future generation. I mean, just imagine some European settlers, they come from Europe to the land of Palestine, and now they are telling us and everyone, that the Palestinians need to face a Nakba every now and then, and that the spiraling death in Gaza is necessary and will serve as a message for future generations. Imagine that. It's like someone come to your house, they kick you out of your house, and then when you're trying to fight back, they're like, why are you fighting back, man? And you're like, this is my house. And they're like, oh, remember about 400 years ago, some great-great-grandfather used to live in this house. That was happening in Palestine. And this guy, the former head of Israeli military intelligence, who resigned last year for failing to prevent the 7 October attack, he said the Palestinians need to face a Nakba. Not only that, look at his statement. He said that 50 Palestinians should die for every victim of 7 October attack on southern Israel. Like 50 Palestinians should die for each Israeli. Yeah, that's crazy, seriously. That's so crazy. I mean, sometimes I really don't know what to talk about this kind of topic, because it's so sad. It's just so sad. Yeah. And what he said, listen, you don't understand that there are much deeper things here. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is at the heart of the matter because Hamas is good for Israel. That's what he said. Who said? Finance Minister Bedlal Smotrich argument. Alwa said that saying that the minister want to dismantle the Palestinian Authority and let Hamas take control in the West Bank as it did in Gaza. Literally, they helped them. Yeah. Anyways, unbelievable, There is no words for things like that, right? But, I'm really surprised with the hypocrisy of the West. Like Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen, that woman, whose country currently holds the EU presidency, has said she is considering sanction, another form of pressure against Israel over its action in Gaza and the West Bank after 3 years. After killing so many people, she remembered that Israel is doing something bad. Yeah, I I sometimes think like how these people sleep in the night, and then someone responds they sleep very well. Yeah, someone said they sleep very well. Hi, hello, shadow fighter. Actually, I'm talking mostly about Palestine, right? Because it makes me sad. It's like someone I said earlier, it's like someone come to your house, right? And they tell you get out of your house, and you're like, why? And they're like, my some great grandfather about 300 years ago used to live in this house, so now you need to get out of my house. That was happening, right, in Palestine. The European settler made some story, and they come and like if you look at the news, right, it makes me really sad. Like this guy, his name is very hard to even pronounce, Arun Haliva. He said that 50 Palestinians should die for every victim of the 7 October attack on southern Israel. Bro, come on, where you come from? Yeah, right? You come from Europe, Poland, Russia, or some other part of Europe. And where you come from? To Palestine. And when you come, you're like, don't disappoint us in 1920, 1925, and then you start all these kind of actions. But anyway, that is something to discuss later. But what happened between Trump and Putin? You see, what my topic right now is that it is very important for everyone, even as a family or as a government, to be strong. Because when you're strong, people will listen to it. People will listen to you, they will understand you, and they cannot pressurize you. Like Trump told Zelensky that Putin want more of Ukraine. Imagine that, right? They meet in Alaska to discuss the ceasefire, but in return, Trump said, you know what? Forget about ceasefire. Hey, Zelensky, man, Putin want more of Ukraine. Putin want more of Ukraine. It's just crazy bit of things, What is the news? Donald Trump said Ukraine should make a deal to end war because Russia is a very big power. I told you, it's important to have power. Even if you're a country financially, economically, and militarily, to be strong, if you have to deal with any other country, if you have to deal with the United States or any other country, it's important that you are strong. You can only deal with the United States or any other state if you are strong. If you are weak like Palestine, right, then you cannot do anything. Some settler will come, take your land, and they will blame you for everything. But if you are like Russia, a strong country, then a country like you and America will listen to you. What that Trump said, he said Russia is a very big power, and they are not after hosting and you know what? And they are not giving up any land. They are here to take more of Ukraine. That's what he said to Zelensky. And he told Zelensky that what you need to do, you need to agree with Russia and give them your country. Why? Because Trump knows that we put so many sanctions on Russia, but Russia is not bending. It's staying strong. It's supporting everything. It's fighting back the whole of Europe, America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, all together, only Russia, and they are there. They are standing. They're not giving up, right? So what does it mean? It means that you need to be strong. And my topic mostly is the Middle East. So if Palestine was strong financially, militarily, you think the British the British, you think they would have been able to brought all these Europeans settling back in 1920 through Belfort Declaration, and these European settlers would have taken their land? You see, the main problem here right now, what happened in Palestine, obviously start from British, right? The most hypocritic country in the world. They are the one who are supporting the Israelis, and then they say, "Oh, you know what? There is genocide in Gaza." I mean, you just remember now that there is genocide in Gaza. Then you remember it from the last 3 years. The genocide in Palestine didn't start from Gaza. It started from 1947 or 1948, or maybe back then when 1930. It's not like the war is now. It's not any war. And I always advocate a strong country, a strong nation. You see, Putin reportedly demand full control of Donetsk and Luhansk as condition for ending Ukraine war. Putin is saying that I want half of the Ukraine, and the condition is that Ukraine will not join any of NATO or European allies. What does it mean? It means Putin is in a strong position, and even the United States cannot do anything about it. Putin told Trump he would halt further advances and free the Ukrainian front line, where Russian forces occupy significant area. It's crazy, right? They meet in Alaska, and Trump was giving warning and everything to Putin that, okay, you know what, you need to get out of the Ukraine, and I will do blah blah blah. But when they met in Alaska, right, what they did, Trump agreed with Putin, and there was no agreement. He just said that Putin told me that, you know what, I'm going to take more of Ukraine if the Ukrainian does not agree uh, with my conditions. They have to agree to end the war on my conditions. I mean, I'm not gonna listen to the United States or some other power, right? They have to listen to me. They have to agree with me. So it's crazy news, you know. Anyway, coming back to the news of Palestine, it is by the Guardian report. A Guardian say malnourished Palestinian woman died in Italy after Gaza evacuation. A Palestinian woman who was starving for weeks, she was evacuated from Gaza and she went to Italy and she died there. Her name was Mara Abu Zuhri and she was only 20, arrived in Pisa on an Italian humanitarian flight along with other critical patients. Listen to this news. It is so sad that the Israelis are killing the Palestinians through starvation and famine. You see, a 20-year-old, a young girl, Palestinian woman suffering from severe malnutrition, who was evacuated from Gaza to Italy this week, has died in a hospital in Pisa, has said. The woman, named by Italian media as Maj Abu Zohri, arrived in Pisa on an Italian government humanitarian flight on Wednesday night. Zohri had come to Italy with her mother on one of three Italian airports flights that arrived this week, with a total of 31 critical patients suffering from serious congenital diseases, wounds or amputation, the Italian foreign minister said at the time. It's crazy bit of things, right? बात यह है कि जब तक जब तक हम लोग खुद स्ट्रांग नहीं होंगे, हमारे में ताकत नहीं होगी, हमारे में इज्जत नहीं होगी, तो ये लोग इस तरह करते रहेंगे। हमारे बच्चों को भी मारेंगे, औरतों को भी मारेंगे, मर्दों को भी मारेंगे। Yeah, it's very sad. I mean, just imagine this woman who died, a 20-year-old Palestinian, she died in Italy because of malnutrition. Imagine for how long she would have been hungry in Gaza. Just last week, the Italian airport, they evacuated them from Gaza, right? And she died 1 week because of malnutrition. So imagine how many kids, how many women, how many men, how many people are dying in Gaza because of starvation and famine, because there is no food. Imagine we cannot, even one time, if we don't eat food, we are hungry and we are crying and shouting. And these people are not eating food. They don't have food, not for days or weeks, months, or even years. They don't have food. So how they are surviving? They're not surviving. They're killing them, if not by bombing, by starvation. There's no food in the Gaza. And not only that, they are making sure that if we throw the food from the air and all these people come there to collect the food, we bomb them and kill them. It's just unbelievable. It makes me really sad when I look at the Palestinian and when I look at their suffering, and then I look at the summit, the meeting between Putin and Trump, right? What does it mean? It means that if you are strong like Putin, then even Trump will agree with you. And they say Trump is an unpredictable president. He is predictable. If you are strong, he will agree with you. He will listen to you. And not only listen to you, he will agree with you. And he will tell the other side, yo man, you know what? Putin won all the land. Yeah. Anyways, I said these kind of news are very crazy and people don't have a lot of things to talk about and people don't want to listen about. People want to listen to more things and more musical things and drama and stuff like that. But I will continue my effort. I will keep talking. I will raise my voice. Until next time, take care and good night. This is Such Talk. And this is your host, Imran Sher from Pakistan. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.